Hey guys, what's up? This is Jason, and in this video I'm going to show you guys how I set up my multi-tool. So the biggest thing is, and I think it's all up to personal taste, but the biggest thing is to get the multi-tool that you want. If we take a look at my multi-tool right now, I have an S grade with 24 slots. Now to get 24 slots, you usually want to get a bigger gun, like a rifle or something like that. This is an experimental that is insanely overpowered. I love it. So, but I mean, whether it's a C, B, A, or S class, whatever one you have, get the maximum number of slots. I haven't seen any 24 slots in anything that hasn't been like a big rifle looking one. Usually the smaller ones, the pistols, have less slots. So be aware of that. The other thing you want to look at is the placement of your technology, because you can't get rid of your analysis visor, you can't get rid of your mining beam, and so those things are stuck wherever they're placed. When you buy the tool, look at where they're placed, because if you can't put anything around them, they're probably not going to be a good multi-tool to have. Okay, so once you have the good multi-tool that you want, what do? Well, I went through and I cleaned everything out. I moved my scanner, I moved everything. I deleted anything that it would let me delete, and then start from scratch. So I know my analysis visor is over in the top left-hand corner, so I'm going to put my scanner next to it because you get a bump from that. And then I have my 3 S modules to upgrade my analysis visor. Boom, right there. See, and they're all touching, and you want to try to get them to touch as many sides as possible. So you see my Boltcaster and my barrel ionizer, they share one side. But I also have my S-grade Boltcaster out on this side, so that's a bonus to it. But yeah, anything you want to pick, weapon-wise, you want to make sure everything's touching. And so, like your mining beam and your advanced mining beam, you want to make sure they touch together. That way there's a bonus. And then you're also your S-grade upgrades as well. Now, I go with the Boltcaster because I think it does the most damage. It feels the best to me. You can use any weapon you'd like, but if you want to go and get an S-grade upgrade module, you have to go to a space station, use nanites to buy them, and the one drawback to the Boltcaster and also the pulse splitter is that usually whenever you put an S-grade module on there, it will have ricochet. Ricochet sucks, you guys. From what I've seen, what ricochet does is it ricochets the shot off of anything. So if you shoot something, it has a high chance of bouncing off, which is okay because it still does damage. It does less damage when it ricochets off an enemy or a thing you're shooting that I've noticed. I don't know exactly how much less, but it is noticeably less. And so when you have ricochet, in my opinion, sucks. The way to get around that is make a manual save, place your S-grade module there. You know, place your upgrade. If you have any ricochet mod stats on there, reload your save and place it again. Reload your save and place it again until you get good stats that do not include ricochet. Or you can go through from space station to space station buying different upgrades, different Boltcaster upgrades, and then place one. If it has ricochet, destroy it, put another one in there. If that one has ricochet, destroy it, put another one in there. Keep doing that, or you can dupe them. I'll link up top in the cards or down below in the description. You can also dupe modules, and I'll show you how to do that. The key is, it's hard. It's like, I think I went through about 20 or 30 modules just to get 3 of them that do not have ricochet on them. Like, all mine don't have ricochet. And that is key because it does so much more. It feels like it does so much more damage with no ricochet. And the same thing for pulse splitter. I love the pulse splitter. It burns ammo really, really fast. And I'll show you guys in a second, but it burns your ammo like crazy. So you want to be careful with that. But the same problem with the pulse splitter is that it has a ricochet module that more than likely will pop up onto your module. So you're going to have to redo it a lot to try to get the best. But same thing with your Exo Suit. You want to make sure that the like items are touching. So all of these are touching one side. You know, some of them have multiple sides. That's fine. The more sides that are touching, like this one right here, the Cosmic Beam, it has amplified cartridges, which is on one side, and your tritium battery, which is on the other. That's an even bigger bonus if you have multiples touching multiple sides. Definitely. And so, I mean, that's what I go with. That's usually what I run with. I have a pulse splitter, and I have a Boltcaster. I still have one spot open. Nothing as far as I know. Maybe you guys know. The combat scope doesn't really gel with anything, so I don't know. I mean, maybe if I put it closer to my weapons, it'll do better. I don't know. So I was thinking about doing that, about moving some of the stuff around, like my terrain manipulator. Sorry, move that one over and put my combat scope right there next to these. No idea. I don't think it doesn't. I know it doesn't actually combine with any weapons. Like you don't get the border around it, but it still might do something. I'm not sure. But anyway, without further ado, let's fire off some rounds. I thought I had a oh, there's an animal here. I don't want to kill animals. I want to kill a sentinel. Oh well, you know, I'll just show you guys what it does. So this is my Boltcaster, and I mean, this thing is pretty fast, and my reload is insanely quick on it as well. It does tons of damage. But then, if you get your pulse splitter, this thing is scary. Look at this. I'm just blowing through. Look at that! That is so crazy. Pulse splitter is insane, and if you had ricochet, it would bounce off the ground. It would bounce off items. Oh, is that a That's a sentinel. Okay, let's hit the sentinel. I want to show you guys. Look at that. Sentinel's gone. Easy as pie. Look at that. You see that, guys? Done. So if you're looking for weapons that do a lot of damage, I know the Boltcaster does. I know there's like different like plasma grenade type weapons. I don't use those because I have a tendency to fire them off and kill myself. So if you have a tendency like me to do that, then maybe those aren't the best ones for you. But I mean, like these guys, armored. This is my Boltcaster, just regular Boltcaster. Blowing through. Look at that. It could just do this all day. So, that's how I set up my my multi-tool, you guys. And I also have my my scanners. My scanners are amazing. I have Flora, you know, and they have different stats, so you want to re-roll those as much as you can to get the best stats. Like my Flora has 9,000 on that. My Fauna, Animals, is 6,000. It's crazy. So, before I get murdered out here, I'm going to leave. So that's my multi-tool. It's kind of the same. It's the same general principle as your Starship and as your Exo Suit. Make sure technologies are touching. The only difference for your multi-tool is you don't have multiple inventories. You don't have a general and a technology inventory. So you really can't you can't super upgrade your multi-tool. But you start out with something great, like an S-class tool, then you add more onto it, it just becomes an insane tool. So hopefully you guys liked the video. If you did, hit the like button for me, and if you want to see more, subscribe to the channel. I'm uploading episodes all the time, so I'll see you guys next time.